Hey guys, welcome back to the Hexo series. Last video we looked at setting up Google Analytics. In this video, I'll be going over how to actually set up Google Tag Manager, which effectively replaces Google Analytics code, at least in your theme. All that Google Tag Manager really does, it creates these containers that hold kind of custom snippets of code, very similar to your Google Analytics code. It's good for when you want to add multiple different sets of code to your site without having to constantly add new partials to your layout, which obviously helps as you don't really have to maintain these, you just have to maintain it in one place. So pretty much the first thing we have to do is, because we're going to replace Google Analytics with Google Tag, we can pretty much get rid of all this code here and just rename our files. So I'll just go ahead and rename this first to Google Tag, and I'll just be getting rid of this and copying my code over like so. Very similar code to the Google Analytics. It checks if there's a Google_tag code in the config file, and then it just pulls it in here, and then this whole section of code here will get pulled through to the theme as well. The only other real change we have to do is in our head partial. We go ahead and rename this to Google Tag, and we'll also have to add a no script tag as well. I'll just go ahead and do that as well. I'll go ahead and save that. We'll be adding that into our layout, so just here in our body. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and add this in here. Basically all this does is checks that Google tag exists, and if it does, it will just render this script or this no script file element here, which all that it does is if someone opens your website in a browser that it doesn't have JavaScript enabled, it will just render this message saying please enable it. So pretty much that's all done and ready to go. The only other thing that we have to do is in our config file for our theme. We'll just rename this to Google Tag, and we'll have to add in our code as well, which will be from our container. So I haven't created one, so I'll go ahead and just create one now. This is for tutorial, so go and pull that in. It's for web use, and we'll go and create that. So pretty much all because we've already done this part, this is really the code that you need. And see, that's our container ID there. And I'll just go ahead and add that right here. And I will have to update our head because I named it incorrectly. Where are we? Here we are. So I'll just rename that to a dash, or change that to a dash. And that's pretty much all good to go. Now that won't actually render anything on our page, so we'll have to set up a tag within Google Tag Manager, and pretty much all we have to do that is add a new tag. And because Google Tag Manager is a Google product, they obviously support Google Analytics tags, so I'll just add Google Analytics there. And tag configuration, we just select a universal analytics tag. Track type, and we'll just set our variable. This will have to be the variable of your analytics account, which is your tracking ID. So I'll just go and grab that as well, and you can find it in pretty much the same place as well. Tracking ID, copy that, bring that here, paste, and save that. Save those settings. Cool. And now we have to add a trigger, which will basically be for any page that is open. It will trigger this tag, which is what we want. So that's all good to go. All we have to do is now submit our changes, add a descriptive name, and pretty much publish that. And our container should update. Tag one variable, and that should be good to go. Container, there we go, should be live. Alright, so if we push our Okay, so our site should have built by now. So if we go ahead and check the page source, we should see our Google Tag Manager, and we've got our Google container ID there, and we should also have our no script code there as well. And that's pretty much all you need. Now, just to verify that our Google Analytics tag is working, we'll go ahead and enable our tag assistant. Go and refresh that, and just wait for that to load. And there we go. So this hasn't changed color just because of this non-standard implementation, which is fine. Still means it's triggering. So if we go and check our analytics now, one active user now, if we go home, we should see we're currently on the home page, and if we change to, say, the Hello World page, it should update here. There we go. And there you go. So that's how you add Google Tag Manager to your Hexo website. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.